Shadow of War is a sequel to Shadow of Mordor, set in the rich world of Middle-earth. You play as the ranger Talion, who is granted superhuman abilities thanks to Celebrimbor, the forger of the Rings of Power. This game was released in October 2017, and its microtransactions were the main negative aspect at the time. However, they have been completely removed, likely since 2018. The game does show its age in terms of graphics, but the gameplay loop is incredibly reinforced by the main selling point of this game, which is the Nemesis system. In Middle-earth Shadow of War, the player steps into boots of Talion, a ranger merged with the spirit of Celebrimbor, the elf lord who Sauron tricked into forging the Rings of Power. With the help of Celebrimbor, Talion is granted extraordinary powers such as scaling very tall structures in seconds, jumping from extreme heights without taking damage, and dominating orcs. This also makes Talion immortal as long as Celebrimbor is tethered to him, which ties into the Nemesis system when orcs kill you. If Sauron is the Dark Lord, then Talion, or the player, is the Bright Lord. With your powers, you can dominate orcs and make them your allies against the Dark Lord. Just like how orcs fear or revere Sauron, the dominated ones will do the same to you. You'll be building your own army against the Dark Lord. Shadow of War plays a lot like Assassin's Creed. You sneak behind enemy lines, assassinate foes, time proper counters to insta-kill grunts, and climb or do parkour over many types of obstacles and buildings. Your character, Talion, can jump extreme heights and not die, thanks to the powers he was given. As an open-world game, collectibles and other lore pieces are scattered around the map to incentivize players to explore. I did not find this very engaging, but I like the lore pieces I discovered. They helped me understand the world more, which is always a good thing to me. But the main selling point of this game is the Nemesis system. So, what is this system? It's amazing, I love it. It's a complex system that creates random encounters and builds upon those encounters. Depending on what you do, the game will find ways to integrate your actions into the unfolding story. Enemy orcs can level up and get random skills and abilities depending on their type. You can recruit them, make one your bodyguard, make them assassinate another orc, betray their captain, and much more. All these choices you make, the game remembers them, and they will have a place in the evolving story. Maybe you killed the blood brother of a dominated orc bodyguard you chose, and that bodyguard betrayed you because you killed his brother. He then kills you, grows stronger, and when you see each other again, he brags about how he killed you the first time. He almost kills you again, but your new bodyguard saves you and kills your previous bodyguard. You can then give your savior a place of honor when you conquer a fortress by making him your overlord and assigning orc captains to be his bodyguards. The list goes on. There are many different outcomes to your actions. The orcs will adapt and react to all of it, creating unique stories for the player. The Nemesis system remembers every encounter, victory, defeat, and other things you do in the game world. A simple random orc grunt can climb his way up the ranks and become a captain or even an overlord if he's lucky. To add even more uniqueness to the system, the game has many orc voice lines, different outfits, skin types, scars, appearances, weapons, and armor, all randomly generated to make each orc feel different from any other orc you encounter. What they say and how they react are all varied. This is what makes the game feel fresh for a long time. There are different classes of orcs. There are warrior types, archers, defenders, hunters, and savages. There are also numerous advanced classes of orcs such as assassins, beastmasters, berserkers, commanders, destroyers, marksmen, slayers, tanks, trackers, and tricksters. They have different playstyles, strengths, and weaknesses. Some orcs can easily adapt to your behavior. For example, if you like dodging and vaulting over orcs, an orc captain might get vaulted a few times but will eventually learn your technique and counter your vaults. A very strong orc that might seem impossible to defeat in a one-on-one duel might simply have a weakness to stealth kills. I once fought an orc in a duel, and he gave me such a hard time that I fled the battle to lick my wounds. I revealed intel on that orc captain only to find out his weakness. A stealth kill could instantly kill him. It would have saved me the trouble of fighting him in a duel. There are many strengths and weaknesses orcs can have, and the approach to battles or encounters can vary a lot because of this. Also, an orc captain can be normal, epic, or legendary, and they receive additional formidable traits based on this, and the items they drop can also depend on their rarity. The battle system has a variety of fighting styles. Melee combat includes light and heavy attacks, as well as finishing moves. You can counter or dodge attacks, grab and throw orcs over ledges, stealth kill, shoot them from range, kill them while riding a drake, and more. There are many ways to fight in this game. There is also a character progression system. There are skills you can acquire that further customize how you play. Once you have unlocked all the skills, you can mix and match the kind of playstyle you want. Do you want to explode the heads of your dominated orcs to cause fear? Or do you want to heal them instead? Or maybe you want to enrage them so they can fight harder? You can pick what skills you'll bring in battle. And I really like how varied they are. Then there's the inventory. Talion's sword, dagger, ranged weapon, armor, cloak, and ring can all be changed. Enemy orcs drop random items, and the rarity of the item will depend on whether the orc you're facing is normal, epic, or legendary. There are common, rare, epic, and legendary items. The rarer the item, the more boosts they provide, and legendary items even provide set bonuses. The items may have random stats, but I almost always stick to a few I like, and rarely change them except when I decide to change my playstyle. Lastly, there's the online play, where other players can try to siege your fortress, or you may try to siege theirs. You also get these random events in the map, where another player might get killed by an orc in their world, and you can avenge them and get rewarded for it. I appreciate this online feature because it lets me test my strength against other players, or simply roleplay helping another player out. Shadow of War stands as a worthy sequel to Shadow of Mordor, successfully expanding on its predecessor with deeper gameplay mechanics and innovative nemesis system. Despite its age showing in the graphics department and the initial backlash over microtransactions, which have since been removed, the game offers a robust and engaging experience. The nemesis system is a game changer, creating dynamic and personalized stories that keep the gameplay fresh and exciting. The blend of open-world exploration, strategic army building, and varied combat styles provide a comprehensive and satisfying gameplay loop. While not without its flaws, Shadow of War delivers an immersive adventure in Middle-earth, making it a must-play for fans of the genre and the Tolkien universe.
As much as you wish me gone, never forget that it was you who created the machine. You cannot kill the machine. The steel remains forever. We've been here before, and each time I come back more machine than orc. You made me.